U7Buy gives you the fastest and safest ways to upgrade your squad, with so many positive reviews showing its great credibility, along with 24/7 online customer support. And now you can earn an extra free coins for your every order. So don't miss out on the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. So be sure to use code CV3 on U7Buy for 8% off. Link is in the description. We had a very big issue. The right mid position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Tots, Saka, and Tots Cold Palms. And today we're going to be finding out which card is better between the two in the right mid position. Which card should you pick up? As this will be a 2-in-1, a player comparison and a player review to see if these cards are wondrous, mid, or doo-doo, as well as telling you the best ways to use these cards if you do end up deciding to buy one of them. You'll also be learning their goal contributions by the end of this video and certain key stats in game that helps you know which card performed better. Now, before we get into every super important thing, you have to realize that one card is way more expensive than the other. So we're gonna see if you might as well just get the cheaper card because it performs just as good or if not better than the more expensive card. And you'll figure that out by the end of this video as well. So we're gonna be breaking down these cards into 6 categories. So first, let's talk about the pace. Now looky here. I ain't gonna lie. When I was using these cards, man, let's start off with Cold Palms. Cold Palms, I was dribbling with him and then trying to get that speed boost off into the space. And when I was trying to get into the space, like I'm about to win a damn race, I did have some issues. But he did not have no rapido, regular, and nor did he have quick step. So I was trying to beat players like Roberto Carlos on the ball, other left backs that are pretty fast, and I was having some problems with Cold Palm. Don't get it twisted, he's still pretty quick, but he's not going to be the type to completely cook with pace. But what about Saka? Looky here. This guy has rapido, regular con my cellular. And when I was using the speed boost with him, I found that he had a dangerous boost at times. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It felt like he had quick step plus when you got the animation down correctly. So he made it more difficult for your opponent to really catch up to him when you got the boost correct. So I enjoyed Saka's pace. Now what about the passing ability? Who's the second cousin of Xavi? Are they dimers? Well, let's start off with Cold Palms. Cold Palms, I found that incisive pass, regular, was very nice. He can send in them through balls. If the AI wasn't helping my opponent like a madman, you can send him a through ball and it would be pretty accurate with Cold Palms. So there were not too many errors going on. Cold Palm did very well with the passing for me. What about Saka? He has 90 passing, and I genuinely had no problems with his passing, simply because I'm not really a crosser, and in this game, for Saka, his long passing is kind of low at 78, so it doesn't affect me much. But even if his crossing is low, because he has the whip pass, it kind of nullifies that, so his crossing is still pretty good. So no issues with the passing ability, because he also has incisive pass. Now, I'm going to get into the recommendations of what to do with the cards shortly, but let's just talk about the physicality. Are they absolute puss and boot? Well, look at here. Cold Palms is 6'2", so he's guaranteed a biggity. Biggities are players above 6'1". You start feeling a little bit odd on the ball, but he has puss and boots tendencies somehow. They didn't really make him that strong. So if you have a player that's pretty strong going against Cold Palms, they can put him off balance and his legs will be moving like jello, moving off balance, not knowing what to do. So you have to keep that in mind. And can he win in the air? If a player has better heading, better jumping, he's most likely gonna lose. But what about Saka? Is he a puss in boots on the ball? I ain't gonna lie. When I was trying to get around the defense and there was some physical moments, he has the ability to hold his own just a little bit. If you're going against the Van Dijk's or the Antonio Runigas of the world, they will absolutely body him like it's nothing to them. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you get me? But the thing I like is that press proven plus from Saka allows you to almost avoid your opponent much more for the physicality, but he will not win in the air. And if he does, so expect that to go all the way to Mars before it lands to your players. You feel me? Now, something that's very important for wingers is obviously the dribbling ability, and I'll get to that and how to use that. But let's just talk about the defensive capability. You see, the thing that I really like about Saka is that he gives you almost that extra right back in that position. So if your right back goes forward, Saka can help you defend a little bit with that 70 defending, which is quite helpful. Cold Palms is at 60. It's not really that good. So now what about the dribbling ability? Can they do a little bit of that twist and turn? Look at here, man. When you're playing with Cold Palm, I was doing elastical classical, body feints, this and that, and to my absolute surprise, Cold Palm is a pretty good dribbler for a biggity player, but he had his glitchy moments where I wanted to do the speed boost with him off the dribbles and it would glitch. So with a card like Cold Palms, I do suggest you play through balls into him and do more 1-2s with him so he can be in a position to where you can get more goal scoring opportunities and take shots. You can still dribble with him, but there may be problems where your opponent can read you more because sometimes you might get an odd animation because he's too tall. Make sure he's on inside forward as well so he can get in the box more often to where you can do a driven shot quickly because of his driven plus and that's a very dangerous sight for your opponent. But what about Saka A's dribbling? His dribbling stats are lower at 95, but he's 5'10", and he was doing a little bit of that twist and turn. While using this card, how I do suggest you use this card, you can definitely dribble more with him and cook your opponent, because you can do twists and turns and then body feint one way and then speed boost into another for your opponent that will be lacking, and it could create more space for either you to send in a through ball because of the speed boost, which opens up the defense, or you can cut inside and hit him with a finesse like Messi. You get me? Now, something that's quite honestly so crucial is the shooting and clinicality ability. Who poses a huge threat to score goals? Who makes you go, ah, yeah? Who brings that excitement? But before I get to that, if you enjoyed the video so far and you want to become a part of the community, join the Discord. Link is in the description. We're building a strong community over there. So with Cole Palm, his shooting and clinicality ability, if you get in that box, is quite clinical. Finesse like Messi's, nice. Driven lows, oh yes! Power shots, so-so. But for the most part in the box, Cole Palm's clinicality ability is top tier. You won't have any issues with that. But what about Saka A? Notice how I said Cole Palm's is nice in the box. Saka A poses a threat outside of the box with the finesse like Messi. Plus, it is otherworldly that makes your opponent much more on their toes. On top of that, when he gets in the box as well, clinicality. The only thing is he doesn't have the driven low. Now, what would I rather take? Finesse like Messi, to be honest. Now, the driven low can still work even when you don't have it, but it's not as clinical. But overall, Saka's shooting ability is quite dangerous. But now we have to get into what were their goal contributions. In the 5 games played, Cole Palm finished with 2 goals and 3 assists, really contributing to the game pretty well. Saka A, on the other hand, in 5 games, he scored 4 goals and 1 assist. They both got 5 goal contributions. So take from that from what you will. But now, what about the more complex information on these cards? Like the key passes in the game, their dribble success rate, and their pass accuracy, and players beaten by passes. So we calculated these out of 4 games. And so for the key passes with Saka A, he had a total of 3 key passes. Key passes for Cole Palm, he had a total of 5 key passes. Now, players beaten by passes for Saka A, he had a total of 10. For Cole Palm, his player beaten by passes was 7. Now, what about their dribble success rate? Who twist and turn the best? Well, Saka A's dribble success rate percentage was 93.25%. What about Cole Palm? His dribble success rate was 74% in the games played. Now, what about their pass accuracy percentage? Saka A's was 86.25. Cole Palm's pass accuracy was 88.25%. Now, with that information given, which card do I think is wondrous, mid, or dude? Now, for me, using these cards, Saka A going for 55K. For that price, I believe he's absolutely wondrous. Wondrous card. And Cole Palm's going for 300K at this current moment of the video. I believe he is midrous. For my type of playstyle, I think he's wondrous as well, but for my type of playstyle, I wouldn't select him. He's still a nice card because he also does have the 5-star weak foot advantage on Saka, and I would rather have Saka in my team because of that price tag. But wait, these cards right here can be absolutely dangerous for you. Find out if one of these cards are wondrous, mid, or dude. Yeah.